points are as follows. We have Corey in first place with 228 points. Suited Dan in second with 213. Bobby Miller in third with 206. Ed Wergler trails in fourth place with 202. Robert Newman is in fifth with 195. Max Hennis also with 195. Mark Cutrofello is in seventh with 191
Robert,
points.
Ed, and Paul.
Paul Moskowitz is in eighth with 190
I think we're going to get
Marco Urbanik
game number
in
12.
ninth with 173.
Oh, sorry about that. Game number 12, Chase the Bracelet. We're getting started. Blinds are 18 minutes, and starting stack is 6,000. Blinds start at 25.50. Dealt by train, commentated by Paul Boston and Chris Ward. Video person, PJ Price. I'm Tony Price, and let's get things started. Shuffle up and deal.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the last game of season number 4 for Chase the Bracelet. Corey today has to place
First
better
to act
than
as Mark.
8th to win today.
Raises to 200.
I definitely think Corey, who none of us picked, is on par to win a bracelet today, Paul. What do you think?
I would absolutely agree with you.
Moskowitz calls 200.
And I think we're going to see a lot of that. I'd like to see somebody come out and just pressure Corey every
First
hand he
act will
plays
be Paul
today.
Moskowitz.
Well, even if he goes out early, Suited Dan still has to win.
Suited
for
Dan
him.
has to win. So we have Trevor playing today for Suited Dan. Trevor rocking the beard and the Indians cap. Between Corey and Robert.
250 bet by Mark Cutrofello.
Mark flops a set of 5s. And Paul's got 7s with 2 overs. He's never calling this. Is he?
Absolutely.
Called by Paul Moskowitz.
Wow.
4 on the turn.
I can't believe Paul took one off there. That's not like him with 2 overs
Paul
on the
checked.
board.
500 bet by Mark.
Maybe it's a new style from Paul. Don't push me around. I'm going to play hands. I think Paul wants to call. He lets it go.
Chip leader.
And Mark shows the set of 5s.
Short stack.
Mine said. I had 7s.
Playing for Marco. Rudy.
So we have Rudy back again playing for Marco. Seems to be a favorite.
Bobby to act first.
The turn.
Sprays 4X and get there.
Dude, it's easy. Or come in and come 4X, man.
I was like, what the heck?
Marco asked if either one of us could play, and I'm pretty sure neither one of us wanted to be associated with the last place finish.
Well, we could have knocked Paul Moskowitz out and put Paul in last place and just made him feel kind of crappy, but that's not very nice.
Yeah.
Raised to 150 by Max.
Max raising it up with ace rag.
Love it. I think this early, knowing how other people play in this game, watching the past 11 episodes, the raiser typically has a better chance of winning.
Huh? Wait, I already played a hand.
Folds around.
And Max will take down the bonds.
Paul comes out.
It's going to be very
That
interesting
moves Corey to act first.
watch Trevor play. I've not seen him play.
Sure.
I played with Trevor multiple times. It's definitely going to be fun to see his cards.
Well, that's what I mean. I played with him a lot, but to see his whole cards is what's
That's a hard reset. No, it should come right back up.
I don't want those painted chips.
He said he wants to paint.
Looks like
just
Corey bringing back the beard.
Yeah. It'd just be interesting to watch the way he plays and see if when I think he's making moves, he actually is.
Trevor definitely has a deep understanding of the game, so we'll see how it pans out here.
I have to keep an eye on that.
If anybody can make plays at Corey today, I definitely feel like it's going to be Trevor.
Mark with pocket nines here and not a whole lot else going on.
Does not compute. Does not compute. What's that mean?
Ed with the button and 8-4 suited needs to go.
Mark raises to 225.
I'd to see Bobby come along here just for
Bobby folds.
What I really would have liked there is just a limp, because Bobby will raise a lot of times
Out of the
big
big
blind when the small just limps.
Short 2.19.
I think his raise says he definitely knows that Bobby's going to raise, so he wants to demonstrate that he has a big hand.
Oh, what do you got back?
Probably like 4,000.
Action on Trevor to act first. Trevor is playing for suited Dan Crafted.
Max with a 9-10 of diamonds here. And he lets that go without even thinking
Let's go
about
with a
it.
suited connector. It's a hand I like to see a flop.
Oh, I like to raise there. Nice, a small raise, nothing big. But
Raised to 150 by Bobby. Takes it down.
Bobby definitely likes his position.
yeah, he's gonna.
I think he's going to take a lot of big blinds from Corey today.
At least till it's
Rob Newman to act
the
first.
season's decided.
Yes.
Then I think Corey will stand up.
Well, once the season's decided, I'd like to see Corey shovel in until he loses.
Well, there still is money involved, so.
Oh, yeah. Always that dollar. It's Paul with a Jack King.
Bobby with threes. Mark with a 10-8 suited. This is a hand Mark likes to play a lot.
1.25.
Paul Moskowitz raises to 125. Mark calls.
Paul raises the Jack King off.
Bobby calls.
Good spot to see a flop on the button with a small pair.
First act is Paul.
Mark flops a flush draw. I like the
300 bet by
continuation
Paul
by
Moskowitz.
Paul. He doesn't normally do this.
I think Mark's going to make a call here.
Yeah.
Or raise.
Raised to 750 by Mark. Bobby folds.
Nice.
Paul folds.
bet.
Mark, I'm getting tired of you.
Nice bet. I think he just, because it was Paul, he raised that.
You're absolutely. Paul's very tight, and he will every so often come out and try to take a pot. But you can, as you can tell, it's very easy to just take it right from him.
First act will be Max.
And then even if Mark gets called there, he still has outs.
He's still it's still anybody's race at that point.
Paul with tens now. Bobby with an
Like to see
8-9.
like to see Paul raise again. Just a new Paul continuously push and just see him raise over and over again.
Paul raises to 200.
See what Rob does here with 7-8 suited.
Robert calls.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Heads up. Check.
Paul bets 200.
Okay, Paul.
Robert folds.
Robert flops second pair and doesn't even think about folding there. I like that Paul's
First act will
firing
be
out,
Rudy.
though.
Rudy is playing for Marco Urbanic.
Ed with nines. Rudy with king queen.
2.25.
Raised to 225 by Rudy.
See So, we had mentioned earlier, Paul, that Corey's
calls 225.
probably going to sit back and just wait. And definitely wait to pick a really good spot to get his chips in and only play the winners. But I remember back to our season where you can make a
First
couple
stack
moves
after
in
the
that
flop
spot.
will be Rudy.
Me and you were the ones that had to finish in the top, and we were
Absolutely.
the ones ramming and jamming the whole night.
And I think that, Corey, let's see if Corey plays on that. He definitely shows people that he knows he's going to win
Right.
if he places eighth or better. Mathematically, he's just, that advantage just works. So I think this early, you could see him play a lot of pots and take down a lot of
I agree.
a lot of money.
Just
if
because
he-
people know he's going to have a
Rudy
big
bets
hand.
500.
Absolutely.
Rudy's making the second barrel on this king queen.
Ed can't believe it.
Yeah, let's see if Rudy
Call
can
by Ed.
fire 3 barrels if he doesn't hit. And he doesn't.
Probably got like 10 more points, at least 10 more points.
Rudy's going to
Like,
fire.
in order to win this hand, he has to be able to fire.
Yeah, he's going to fire 3, it looks like. Ed's got nothing to
Rudy
lose.
bets 1100.
With the third barrel, I think Ed with the overpair should call here.
I would like a call here. He's got nothing to lose.
And you know what? It happened right. And you know what?
Ed's going to make
Ed
the
calls
call.
1100.
He's going to be very happy.
Nice call. I like the 3 barrel. If you're going to do it, you got to be willing to throw 3 barrels at it.
But it never feels good to fire 3 times and still lose.
Didn't get caught, no.
I remember back to a hand I played at the Horseshoe, and I fired 3 times, and a guy made a call, and he beat me on the hand, and he had checked in front of me the whole way. But
Did that play out okay? Because I thought Rudy had a flush.
No.
Oh.
You're all right, my
No.
Then,
king queen off.
oh. I thought it was 2 clubs.
Sorry, guys. I'm not turning cards.
And when I fired, there was the only thing that made me mad about the hand is the guy beside him says nice check. I represent the best hand, and just the guy still follows through with a very weak hand and wins. So sometimes
Well, I
that
mean,
3
as bad
barrel
as
just
it
doesn't
is,
work.
You
Seven
want to
good
have
lines.
impulse most of the time.
The 3 players. Trevor's in it too.
Max flops top pair, top kicker.
Max check. Bruce check.
You see Trevor coming in with a queen 9. Max able to check top pair.
Trevor bets 250.
You check to Trevor, he's going to bet.
Again, Trevor's playing for suited dam.
Call.
Call by Max. Call by Rudy.
Love to see a 3 on the turn here.
I would love to see the queen. You're just not looking at thinking the queen beat you there. You know what I mean?
With a check, let's see if Trevor fires
Checks
again.
over to
yeah.
Trevor.
Now he's got to bet now that he got there.
5.25.
5.25 bet by Trevor.
Now Max is slightly concerned. You saw him raise his head up off his hands a little bit.
He should have check raised the flop there.
Absolutely.
Max calls. Rudy folds.
Now an ace here would just be wicked, wouldn't it?
Max checks.
Trevor knows that he's good. Oh, and he doesn't.
He's a little worried. And Max is disgusted. Yeah, I think he could have got. I
Trevor
think he
wins
could have
that
got
pot.
another small bet out of him there.
Max kind of worried that he let Trevor get there. He let Trevor bet, doesn't check raise, and just lets Trevor take complete control.
Yeah, you flop top pair, top kicker. You got to find out where you're at.
Absolutely. With the check raise, it definitely pushes
First
Trevor out of
stack
the
will be
hand.
Ed.
You represent the jack, and Trevor has nowhere to go.
I mean, one pair is not like you're playing, the nuts or
No,
something.
not at all.
Yeah.
But ace jack, and you flop
Well,
a jack 5-7, you're typically ahead.
Right. Well, I'm just saying it's not a hand you want to slow play too much. though,
Correct.
because it's not one pair is just one pair.
Max raises to 150.
I think Max is a little angry.
Rudy calls 150. Moskowitz
Rudy
folds.
definitely playing like
5
Marco,
minutes, 30 seconds left in the blinds.
but I think he realizes Max is tilting.
And Rudy flops bottom pair.
Poor Max.
Max bets 225. Rudy calls. Both players check.
I think Rudy knows he's got the best hand now.
Both players check.
See, this is, if I'm Max at this point, I definitely get up and walk away from the table. Just to kind of clear your head a little bit. Every hand is new, but sometimes you just can't get away from those hands that you lost before.
But
I wouldn't
moves
know
Mark to
anything
act
about
first.
that.
You're awesome. I heard that Mr. Moskowitz, you are small blinds, but
I'm a dealer at heart.
got that cornball.
Mark with ace deuce suited.
Mark calls 50.
Marco. Rudy playing for Marco with ace five suited.
Like to see all the 3-4 folds out.
Max with the jack 10. Let's see if he's steaming or
Max raises to 150.
Yeah, he's
Rudy
steaming.
calls 150.
He's really steaming.
Hey, he wants to take down a pot.
Rudy on the button.
They can't all be winners.
Sometimes when you get like this, the best thing to do is just fold for a while.
Just
Yeah.
that's why I suggest getting up and walking away and just forgetting
Ed
completely
calls
about it.
150. Mark calls
If
150.
you're a smoker, it's the perfect time for a cigarette.
First act
Even if
after the
you're
flop
not.
will be Ed.
It's a good
Yes.
time for a cigarette.
I want to play it.
Four players.
People be crying
Oh, nice flop for Ed.
Ed flops the world.
Max flops a gut shot.
Checks over to Rudy, and Rudy bets 275.
Rudy bets his open-ended straight draw, not realizing it.
I like to see Ed flat call.
Ed calls.
Oh yeah, you got to flat call that. There's no
There's
draws
nothing to
out
beat
there.
you.
Yeah. Now 4 or 9 here would just be.
That's probably one of those
A 9 would be way worse.
Max folds.
Max lets it go.
2 players Ed act first.
Oh, now see that's
Both
where you
players
want to
check.
bet.
Check, check for a club draw.
And he hits bottom pair. Rudy does there.
Ed knows he's good.
Can't
Ed
lose.
bets 600.
Yeah, Rudy. I don't think Rudy will be calling this.
Rudy with bottom pair, fold.
Rudy
He's just
folds.
lucky he didn't hit the 4 or the 9 there.
That was actually walking to that one.
It's not the first time it's going.
Bobby to act first. 2 minutes left in the blinds.
It's actually a raise.
I would have liked to seen Ed bet the turn there though. When that club draw gets there,
Yeah, you definitely
want
wanna-
to build up the pot a little bit.
And you
Make them pay to beat
you don't want the club draw to come, so
Right.
you want to make them. You got to pay to draw.
Rudy with aces, Moskowitz with ace king,
And Mark with pocket
Mark
eights.
with eights. Wow.
Paul's gonna get in trouble here.
It's like that, was that Capital One where the beer growing contest?
Raised to 275 by Rudy.
Lines are 25-50.
Rudy playing for Marco.
Almost
Paul Moskowitz calls.
All
almost
just
6
flats
times
with
the
ace
blind.
king.
And he prices Mark in.
Ed
Mark,
folds.
well, Mark knows how aggressive Rudy is. He may raise here. With Paul just calling, it's a good place for a squeeze.
Mark calls.
Yeah, he just calls.
Almost 900 in the pot.
That's not a good flop for Mark.
Great flop for Rudy, though.
Yeah.
250 bet by Rudy.
That's the kind of flop with eights you're going to take one off most of the time.
And he only bet 250.
Right.
He's giving him almost 4-1 on his money. So 250 for eights to see, 2 outs is right with me.
Action is on Paul.
Paul was
Folds.
thinking about it.
Well, looks like Mark has 1 out.
Mark calls.
Oof. That's even worse.
Looks like Mark's going to be able to get away from this hand, though. He doesn't really seem all that intent on playing his eights all the way through. Rudy looks over at him.
It's a hard one to get away from, though. Nice fold. Nice fold.
Rudy giving away free information.
Yeah.
Look, I have aces, and I bet him the whole way. Definitely not a fan
Yeah,
of free
Bobby's
information.
saying he didn't think he could get away from that.
Corey to act first.
From the eights?
Yeah.
Well, Bobby also got hit with quads that he couldn't get
Well.
away from his full house either, so hindsight is 10-10.
I don't think either one of us could have got away from them there, the way that hand played out.
Bobby losing chips all over the table. Doesn't know how to control his stack.
Blinds are up to 5,100.
I was trying.
Gee.
Wow, we got some hands here.
Corey with an ace jack. Let's see if he folds him
I bet
again.
that one goes in the muck.
Wow.
I would fold that in normal sit and go.
Wow.
I didn't say anything to you. Yeah. Why were you looking at me?
Wow.
Trevor raises to 225.
I don't know what it was.
Trevor raises with
Suited.
ace 10.
Bobby gonna come along with 10.
I think you might see Bobby re-raise here.
Against Trevor, he should. I
Bobby raises to 600.
still can't get over Corey folding ace jack.
And he even said that's a hand he'll fold sometimes in a normal sit and go.
Action on Trevor.
And I don't disagree with him. I think he folds it quite often.
I do. I mean,
In early position, I've
And-
seen him do it.
he's under the gun. He makes
Trevor
you
calls
raise with
600.
it. You raise there with ace jack under the gun. And the flop comes club. Trevor with 1 out.
Bobby bet 600.
These two have a long history of trying to play each other and outplay each other.
Trevor raises to 1375. Bobby calls.
And Corey would have had the nut flush here. Bobby checks.
Both players check.
Oof.
This is the trouble card for Trevor.
I was just going to say the 10 would be just awful.
I think if
The way
Bobby
this
makes a
hand
bet
played.
here, Trevor's going to raise.
Bobby all in. Trevor folds.
Ooh.
What happened to the
Corey would have been very profitable that hand.
It's a nice fold by Trev.
Great fold. I think he puts Bobby on clubs.
Trevor to act first.
Yeah, right? Tell him again.
Rob with pocket threes.
Trevor with 5s.
Trevor raises to 225.
The threes are pretty well done, though. He needs to hit a
Oh, the
straight
threes
or
are
a flush.
absolutely done.
A straight or a flush.
Re-raised to 725.
Rob raises.
With less than 1% chance of winning a hand, he re-raises.
To see Trevor re-raise.
Action on Trevor.
Look, you're no good. Go away. I don't know how many times Trevor's played with Rob. But Rob tends to make a lot of big overbets like
Well,
that.
he has watched him play all year. I know that.
Trevor folds.
Rob, with less than 1%, takes down the hand.
Robert tack first.
I have a feeling Trevor will be wanting to know on break what hand that was.
You had threes, Trevor. Threes.
With two of the other threes gone.
Yeah. Two of the others. How many are there, Paul?
4. Two of the others. His 2 and the 2 others.
Max with a suited 3-5.
Mark with ace 9.
Corey might be able to take this hand.
Usually just lays on it. $3.25 bet by Mark Pucciapella.
I would raise Corey's big blind every time right now.
Takes it down.
I definitely don't think Corey's going to open any windows to let Trevor get in. See Robert with a lot of room today. Everybody else kind of squeezed together.
Sorry, Mark, I have to deal around Bobby.
Rob with ace jack. Max with ace 9. Mark with ace 3. Corey with 10s. All right, now we're going to see.
Gonna watch Corey fold 10s on the button.
Let's see now how tight he's going to play.
Just gonna sit back in the chair. No raise in front of him on the button.
Corey raises to 250.
If I was Rob, I'd move in right here.
But I think
Excellent, Trevor.
I think Trevor's thinking the same thing. He wants to push Corey around, knows he can get chips, and
See, I would just move in.
Rob just makes the call. But I think he also has that fear that they think Corey's only going to play
Robert
those
checks.
very, very premium hands.
Right.
Corey checks.
Rob checked it to him twice. I think we'll see Corey bet here.
300 bet by Corey. Robert
Rob
calls.
checks. Chasing the one.
Calls and
Robert
checks
checks
dark.
Chasing the one outer. Shows he was just
His play
chasing the
makes
gutter ball.
absolutely no sense.
No.
To me. He checked, called a bet, and then checked dark, not trying to take down the hand.
Well, and then even if he hits it, even if
Booty
he hits
dack
it,
first.
he gives it up. You know what I mean?
He just says, "Here, I'm drawing. If I don't hit it, yours." Absolutely no sense in that play.
Well, and he, like I said, even if he hits it, he's giving up all the value in it.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Max with a suited 9-jack. This is a hand I'd like to see him play.
Mark with ace queen.
Mark raises to 300.
Come on,
Probably,
Max.
yeah, we'll probably see Max play this. I would imagine.
Takes it down.
No,
Oh,
I just
a lot. Everybody's playing like Corey today. I think Moskowitz might have rubbed off on everybody. Game 12, sitting next to Paul the whole season. Everybody likes to fold.
I just sometimes don't get the logic in Max's decisions on what hands to play and what hands not to. Like last week, he was calling raises out of the big blind, out of position with Queen 9 off, but Jack 9 suited's not good enough to do it.
Paul to act first.
Well, we definitely have to remember that everybody has their own style, and if these crazy plays work for Max, then they'll be all right. He's still young. We have to remember that.
No. I just don't I'm just saying I just don't understand the logic in it. That's all.
Corey raises to 275.
Corey's stepping out with the queen jack off. He's going to get called by Rudy.
Rudy's going to get fearless here and knows what to do.
Raised to 700 by Rudy.
Nice.
And this is exactly what people need to do today.
Yep. Every time Corey raises, he should be re-raised right now.
No squirrels were harmed in the
Corey
making of this footage. I think if people continue to raise Corey, he's definitely going to slow way down.
Oh, yeah.
And he's very good at it. He
7
can
minutes,
change
30
gears
seconds
very
left
well.
in the blinds. Blinds are 5,100.
Bobby with ace king. Not a whole lot else going on. Rob with ace 7. He sometimes likes to play those hands.
Ace to 250 by Bobby.
I believe the blinds are 50, 100.
No, Bobby takes it down.
With 1.5 times the blinds, Bobby takes it down. I like to typically I like to raise a minimum of 3 times the big blind.
Well, see, that's more of an old-fashioned approach. Now the raises the standard raises are becoming 1 to 1.5 times.
Mark to act first.
If you watch a lot of the tournaments now that are played, they do that a lot.
So just I don't know, it doesn't.
Well, and guys lay hands down to them.
Doesn't really work out for me. I'll definitely vary bets, dependent upon position. Never bet towards your cards. So
Robert announces a raise.
The thing is, if you can get guys to lay down hands to 1.5 time bets, you're putting a lot less chips at risk. It becomes a pretty good thing to do, if they will.
Let's see if Paul tries to sneak in with 4s. He does not. And everybody lets Rob take it down.
So far, Rob's really banging the little pairs.
Bobby to act first.
Bobby with 6s, Mark with ace 6 suited.
Bobby lets his middle pair go.
I like that. He doesn't even think about it in mid position, early position.
Rudy raises to 250.
Rudy raises with queen 8 suited. Moskowitz with the same hand right behind him is going to fold.
Oh,
I think we might see Mark defend with an ace 6 suited.
Mark calls.
Good to see spades here.
Spades would be kind of fun, yeah. Rudy will bet. Mark will
Rudy
fold.
raises or bets 275. Mark folds.
I mean, I'm surprised that Bobby doesn't.
Corey Dack
Bobby
first.
doesn't come in that hand.
He's consistently done that in the early to mid position. He's folded small pairs. Paul with
See how
queen
Trevor
9
plays
suited.
6s.
Trevor raised 6s, I bet.
Trevor raises to 250.
See if Paul calls with queen 9. No, Paul didn't
Getting
call
that
with
1.5
queen 9
times the
suited.
bet. 1.5 times the bet by Trevor.
Respect, man.
Bobby respecting with the king 8 fold.
I'll play
Showing
fold.
the 8, saying that. Yeah, once again, right there, if you can get people to fold for 1.5 times the blind.
Absolutely.
Trevor to act first.
I see the razor blind. Yeah, I know.
I'll let you have the big one. I'll take the small one.
You can raise a lot more often that way, and you get away from them if you're re-raised and not lose as much.
Oh, yeah?
Corey with ace king, Bobby with jack queen suited.
I read this really old joke that had that joke.
Oh, stinger.
2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the blinds.
Ed with ace 6 suited.
Raised to 250 by Ed Wigler.
Ed raises, Bobby folds. See if Corey re-raises here.
Look, 2 years ago. What's that round thing with the You're kidding. You had no concept of the dealer wasn't in their position.
Once the D.
Like, why do you think sometimes they automatically take money?
Corey raises to 700.
D is so
And Ed's going to snap call him with ace 6.
Ed calls.
Oh, wow.
It's a good flop for both of them.
This could get all the chips in.
Corey to act
I
first.
wouldn't be surprised. Well, yes, I would. Corey can't. Corey can't call too much. Let's see how much gamble Corey's got in him here.
Corey bets 12.75.
I think Ed with the nut flush draw has to come along here.
Yeah, that's the move I expected.
Oh, poker gods.
Now we'll see how much gamble Corey
Ed
has.
Wigler is all in.
I think Corey knows that this is a tough spot. Ed with a lot of outs.
They call.
Makes the call.
Makes the call.
Man, that is too nice.
Oh, my God.
Lord. Oh.
This could be a game changer for everyone today.
I had queen jack of diamonds. So, I got like 30. Sorry for saying that. So let's you sweat it out.
The diamond on the turn.
Oh, adds a 5.
Two.
Ooh, and
Ed's
Corey doubles up.
You want to rebuy?
I think Trevor was praying there.
I was hoping against you, man.
I tell you what, I like it. That shows he's not going to be pushed around.
It's probably a fold.
Oh, Ed's still got chips.
And he's been not killing it. I think. I don't know how math works. He could have lost a couple pounds and won some or something. I don't know. Who knows how that
It's
works.
definitely the play by Ed. He can't fold there.
They call the other way around.
Yes.
I mean, that was almost a fold there. Yeah.
That spot. I
I don't know.
Lines are up.
Next hand.
75 on.
I was intentionally not getting into that spot the other way around. But
Blinds are 75, 150 now.
It's out there now.
Max with kings here.
yeah.
Rudy with a 5-6 suited. He might call a raise here.
How much? Raised to 450 by
Oh, Rudy folds a 5-6
Max?
suited right away. Mark with 2s. Let's see if Mark does anything.
Missed the 3.
Okay, it was leveling there.
Mark calls.
2s are my favorite hand to spike a set with.
It's definitely not one anybody put you on.
What's up?
Max hacks first.
Nice try, though.
500 bet by Max.
I thought
Just
I
glad
thought
it
it was ace five at first.
glad it was
And I was like, just the world.
See if
Max,
Mark
in
takes
his
one off
normal
here.
Squidward pose. Isn't that
I mean, I hate to say it, but I think with that double up, Corey has all but secured first
Yeah, oh,
place.
yeah, I would. Mark doesn't take one off with the twos.
Yeah. Isn't he the like
I like the fold.
It's like the half helmet, half
I couldn't have done it, but I like it.
Because he goes like this.
I'm always convinced that a continuation bet with ace king or ace queen there.
You don't have to, man.
And most of the time, people do.
Oh, I know they do. That's why I can never fold there.
Yeah, that's what I thought was kind of. Zoidberg. That's how I was trying to think.
Zoidberg, yeah.
Get your cartoons straight.
I'm sorry, that's why I was confused. That's why I asked Zoidberg.
Max hacks first.
Not too much going on.
15 minutes, 30 seconds left in the blinds. Blinds are 75 and 50.
See if
Ed
it-
kind of short stacked here. I'd still like to see him play hands like this.
Oh, when I get that short stack,
Ed calls
I try to
150.
see as many flops as I can, trying to
As many flops
Yeah.
for as cheap as you can.
and try and get something.
5.5.
Corey raises to 525.
Corey raises with jack six
Corey
off.
making a play with the stack here.
Ed folds.
Corey's got some chips now. He can do that kind of stuff.
He's not going to be afraid to play
Yeah.
hands now.
He can take a hit and then not worry about it.
Rudy to act first.
I'm very surprised that he put himself in that situation.
I was too. I really was, but I like to see it. I really
I
do.
mean, I think he must have felt extra confident in his hand, and
$100 every time you turn a card over to the table.
Don't be mad, because
I'm just asking a question.
broke even on our heads up now. I'm trying to bet on other things because
Did you break even or did I win too?
Corey with ace queen here.
the first game was practice.
Ed with king 10 suited.
It didn't count. It was one hand. We got it all in. I had ace king.
I think you might see Ed.
Ed raises to 350.
Good job.
I think you might see Corey re-raise here to try and isolate.
One thing matters, right?
Who won money? Dubs.
No matter. Pride?
Still got it.
This guy.
I'm glad I could make you feel a little bit better, man. Case closed.
Long night.
Corey re-raises to, what is that? 850.
I think you'll see Ed just ship the rest of it here.
Do you really have your name on your shirt?
Not 3 times. 3 times. 3 times.
3 times.
Made the fade in.
Matt 3 times.
Ed just kind
Ed calls.
of disgusted here.
Oh, look, what's he got back? Like 500?
Not sure, somewhere around there.
I mean, if you're gonna call, you need to ship it. I think Corey flops
Ace,
strips.
deuce. See if Ed represents
Both
an
players
ace.
check. Ed checks. Corey checks.
Corey glanced at his chips there.
Corey's trying to give Ed room to hang himself. He knows he's very short stacked, and
I don't even know how he does it.
he says, well, I might as well get the rest.
That's exactly. But he has like a thumb up or something. All you guys have is
800 bet by Corey.
the thumb is just like
Does Ed think his king eye is good? He asked about Corey on a straight bluff, but
Yeah.
he may.
one time.
Ed folds.
I don't understand why you would just call there. You either fold or ship it.
I'm just trying to knock him out.
Obviously. So you can leave.
No, I just picked the hands up against you, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
You have a yellow.
GM.
I have a yellow.
Paul Bosquit stacked first.
Oh. Remember? No.
Rudy with ace queen.
Mark with pocket fives here.
Rob with nines.
Mark calls 150.
Mark just limps with the fives. Most of the time he'll raise.
Oh, we have Robert to raise.
Robert raises to 875.
875? Was that the raise?
It's 875 raise.
Yeah, 875 play.
So this is, after all, this is Robert we're talking about.
Now the table knows. I thought I missed an episode of Billy. Where did it come from?
I think Mark's got to let this go. This just screams mid-pair. Yeah, it just screams mid-pair.
I did. I thought you went to 300, or I wouldn't have gone there.
Robert trying to defend his raise.
Ed Dak first.
Well, with Mark with a little pocket pair and Rudy with ace queen, Rob might be glad he raised that much. Paul with ace 10. Rory with ace 7 suited. There was another ace rag in there too. Rory lets his go.
Raise 400.
400 raised by Trevor.
Trevor raising Paul's big blind with 5-6 off.
Simply, it's a good blind to raise. You don't think that Paul's going to defend so much, and he doesn't.
And I would re-raise Trev there. Paul folds.
Blinds are 75, 150. Mark to act first.
At the very least, I would play the hand.
I swear when Mark was not here, it's the only time people have forgiven us.
Mark with ace 10. Mark. Rudy with ace 5. Mark holds ace 10 under the gun.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? He thought it was a 6.
We'll see Rudy raise. No, let's see here. Rudy will raise an ace on the button.
Rudy calls 200.
Jump, just calls. Nope.
Moskowitz calls 200 from the small blind.
I know. That's why he went to the last monkey. Yeah, I was doing that. Replacement for monkey. Yeah.
Ed checks his option.
Well, the small and big blind both flop 8s.
It's the thing that holds him up. Yeah. 250's the bet.
Paul bets 250.
Paul with the bigger kicker, though. Still a good chance of a... Well, Ed lets his go.
I do.
Paul takes it down.
Well, see, there was a very good chance.
That's the only way you're comfortable with that. That's all I play. Is that why you don't win much?
Surprised Ed folded that, because I don't think Paul's going to lead out with 2 there, flopping 3 2s.
Bobby to act first.
I like it.
Most players will try to slow play that.
Correct. If you have the 2 there, you should slow play.
And you should play with like 300.
You know what?
So that way you
If I'm playing against guys that I know are good players and they think I won't bet out the 2 there, I like to bet it.
Well, I'm sure there's arguments for
Oh,
it either way.
I don't always do it, but there's
Correct.
times. I flopped quads on a guy at Rivers 2 times in a half hour and bet into him every time.
Trevor races to 400.
Trevor not afraid to
Rudy
raise.
calls.
was funny. The second time, I bet into him 3 times. He says, "There's no way you flop quads again. There's no way." Every street.
2 players, Trevor back first.
Looks like Trevor flops top pair. Trevor playing the suited Dempsey.
Trevor bets 550. Rudy folds.
Nice pull.
Go, Peter. You stop naming these things. You're also not looking at. We're gonna spend a whole break finding things.
Corey to act first. Five minutes, 45 seconds left in the blinds.
I should laugh and encourage him.
Right. I thought it was funny.
Rob with king queen suited. Mark with king 10 off.
Definitely going to see a raise out of Rob here.
I would imagine.
Robert raised it to 450.
How much?
400.
Is he sure he didn't want to make it 8 times a big blind this time?
Definitely sounds like something he would do.
Mark lets it go. Bobby will.
All players fold.
Bobby, definitely not a player who feels like he has
Trevor
to
to act first.
defend his blinds. There are a lot of people out there, I think, who feel like they've already committed money to the pot. They might as well commit a little bit more if you're going to raise them. I strongly disagree with that. I like being able to fold blinds.
I've got nothing against folding them, especially this early. I mean, once they get bigger and it's a bigger percentage of your stack, then it's a different story.
Yeah, but in a 9-handed game, the blinds just increase significantly no matter what you do.
Well, yeah, but I mean, just right now especially, I'm saying it's just.
Raised to 400 by Bobby.
Bobby raising. Corey calling with the 2-3.
See if Corey tries to snap one off here with his big chip stack.
Corey calls.
Corey calls with the 2-3. Hearts here would be fun.
Bobby to act first.
Bobby with the ace-4.
Slight scare cards for Bobby.
Bobby bets 400.
Oh, wow.
Corey gonna make it more.
11. Raise to 1100.
Corey raises to 1100. 3 minutes, 28 seconds left in the blinds.
If Bobby folds, I hope Corey shows him the 2-3. Show him
lets
the
it go.
2-3. Show him the 2-3.
See if
One
Corey
time.
doesn't show
Oh,
his bluff.
That's the one person he should
Bobby
show
folded.
that bluff to.
Awfully
Who makes what?
weird raise.
Bobby not quite sure why Corey raises there.
Awfully high.
Come on, big mullet.
It's a draw heavy board. If you got a hand, I don't mind a raise.
It's a just under the pot. I think that the 1100 raise is a good raise.
Rob with 5s.
I wouldn't have bet it though.
Not
Action on Robert.
Well, I knew that's the only way we could cover up the ranges.
Right.
But I think if he shows
I
the
don't need
2-3 there, he gets so much more
Raise
value.
to 375.
Later, absolutely. I believe Rob raised a normal amount here.
Max to act first.
CTB insurance doesn't cover that.
Huh.
Let me ask Corey for some help.
No.
Rudy with an ace-6.
Dealer threatening to punch Bobby in his mouth. After 12 weeks in a row, the players tend to get a little lippy.
Bobby's lippy in week 1.
Corey's got about 14.
Bobby with king queen.
Bobby's got about starting stack.
7,000. 7,000.
Quick starting stack for me.
We're ahead 6,800 or 7,800.
Rudy folds.
Oh, that's right.
Moskowitz folds.
I didn't give it.
Ed folds.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Bobby raise king queen here.
1 minute, guys. Blinds are going. Nice, 350.
See if Corey makes
Raise
another
to
play.
350 by Bobby.
Looks like Bobby's going to take some blinds.
This happens at that.
Less than 1 minute left in the blinds.
I will say this about Corey. He can grow a beard damn quick.
It's about a week's worth of facial hair for Corey.
It's about a month and a half.
Rudy
for
down
me.
first.
Man, this attention has been today. I like it.
Max with a suited king 10. Looks like he's going to play it.
Yeah, really.
What's going on there either?
What'd you say?
He's in the big blind.
Let's see if Corey tries to steal here.
Therefore, I impart this.
No,
It's cool, Bob.
Trevor might steal.
I felt something hit my leg earlier. I looked down at the cat. Whoa, you're first. You need to. Let me introduce you to Mr. Fit.
I'm not sure what the best philosophy here is when you think somebody's
calls.
stealing from the button. Just flatting with a medium strength hand.
Check and hope they see bet, and then go on with your day.
Because there he just calls, flops nothing, and Trevor's going to take the lead here with open-ended straight draw.
Trevor bets 500.
Wow. It is product placement. Right there.
See, that's why I'm not sure if just calling's the right play.
Yesterday was Star Wars Day. Yes.
Well, it's what do you put Trevor on here?
But that's just it. Trevor could have any 2 cards.
Exactly, but is he going to play a 4-7 or a 7-9? Even if you make a call here.
That's what I mean. You just,
And tomorrow's return.
that's what I mean. You,
Max folded.
by just calling, you just don't know what's going to happen, and you don't know where you're at. So I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask somebody smarter than me.
See, I think there's a
Next
couple
round,
ways
Oscar.
Max could have. He could have just called pre-flop and then bet the flopping, especially when it's an 8-high board.
Right.
And then if Trevor does raise him, then he has to worry that Trevor's playing an 8, maybe an 8-9 suited, or even a 7-8 suited. Maybe pocket sixes, things like that. But the check doesn't really tell him anything.
No, that was it.
I try not to be nice.
There's one dude that speedos that across the
See, if Rob tries to steal on it, Rob doesn't even think about the steal there with 5-7.
Max
I'm
folded.
not sure if Rob knows how to steal on that.
He knows the opening under the gun steal.
And the extreme
15
raise
minutes, 40
steal.
seconds left in the blinds. Ed back first.
My freestyle's crazy. I got a Facebook page.
MC Miller.
We got 14 Facebook fans.
No, we're against
Ed
it.
with King Jack.
It's MySpace.
Bobby with queens. Max with 5s.
It's like Ed is all in. 1,300 total.
Bobby
to see
just
Bobby re-raise.
smooth or re-raise?
Oh, that's right.
Bobby raises to 26.
That should end it all there.
Should isolate it. If Max had Corey's stack, he could call, but
As I recall, the last time Bobby had kings against or queens against Ed with 1 over,
Queens
Ed hit a
versus
4 flush on him.
That's my favorite
King Jack.
hand to be up against because
Too bad it's not king three.
it always wins.
Too bad.
Fine as king for you, Red.
Oh, he already cracked my king's last, or my queen's last game.
7, 4, 8.
This could have been
9 or 10 for a sweat.
And here comes the 3.
Alright.
Now Bobby praying
King and the king
that the
only.
king doesn't come.
And
And
Ed's
it's
our
not a
first
king.
one out of the last week.
And
Ed out
this
for ninth place for
has
game number 12.
This is guaranteed Corey at least a tie of first place.
Corey needs to get up and shake Ed's hand and say thank you. Oh,
And he shakes hands.
I think maybe Corey should go wash Ed's car or something. Just for, doubling him up so early.
Welcome, Ed.
100, 200 is the line.
I will say this, I loved the shove. Close that door.
Looking at trouble here. Rob with queens, and right behind him we have Max with aces.
This looks like Max is going to double up here.
Ed will get to you in 1
Raised to
second.
675 by Robert.
We got a big hand brewing here. We'll
I
get
see
to
that.
it.
Probably going to look at Max shove here.
I was going to say, he's kind of short, isn't he?
I don't use none of that mainstream stuff. I promote my group.
I don't think Rob's going to get away from queens if he does.
We're reaching different heights that nobody ever thought could happen.
I think Max is just gonna raise.
We're thinking he should shove.
He should, but I figured now Robert's gonna shove.
Raised to 1700 by Max.
See, I think that makes it more suspicious when you leave that a little bit back.
Robert calls.
Oh, there
See,
comes
Robert's
the, here comes the
definitely
queen on
able
the
to get
flop.
away from it now. Max has position.
I see a face card.
It's a jab.
Oh, ooh, it's a hard draw.
Robert moves all in after
All
the
in on the
flop.
call.
And Max makes the call.
I know.
Redraw? No redraws.
Max way out in front here.
It's gotta be
2 outs for Rob.
9, 10, or a queen.
Rob hoping for a queen.
Now it's a queen and queen only.
And with a
That's it.
7 on the river, Max doubles up.
There is only 2 black.
So Ed, we were talking earlier. We both loved the shove that you made against Corey with your nut flush draw there. What were you thinking?
What was I thinking? I wasn't sure if he had an ace or even maybe a big ace there, but I knew I had the the top ace, and plus I had the flush draw to go with it. Or not the top ace, but the flush draw with the ace. And I didn't think he was going to risk his tournament, that early.
I loved your shove, but I also loved his call.
Yeah. Well, I did too.
Corey
Showing
down
you're
first.
willing to gamble.
Well, yeah. Oh, obviously. I mean, I could have flopped a set there. And,
Right.
But
Well, there,
if I had flopped a set, I probably either would have because it was a diamond flush draw. I'd either push or just
I think
re-raise them.
it was like ace 3-4 or something in that.
Yeah. Right.
texture.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure you're calling raising and calling re.
Trevor raises to
With a 3 or pair of 3s.
475.
That's kind of
That
an
could
iffy
be,
hand.
Yeah.
I think that's where he was on it.
That could be.
But I mean, if you're going to call his re-raise with ace 6 and flop top pair and the nut flush draw,
Yeah.
you
Oh.
pretty much
Oh yeah.
you got to go with it.
Well, yeah.
Max calls the 475.
Yeah, I don't do that math.
Yeah,
I don't
Max.
do math like that.
Better hope an ace doesn't pop.
Yeah. And then on the turn, I get a zillion more,
Oh, yeah.
4 more outs.
Hit the
or whatever,
fives,
so.
yeah.
Hit the 5.
I don't need to know this.
So yeah, I really thought I was going to hit it there and finish it up, but
Action on Trevor.
I thought you had a chance. I really did. I loved the play. So I said you had nothing to lose here.
well, yeah,
point-wise.
right, yeah, exactly.
Might as well go for
Trevor
it.
checks.
Put pressure on him.
Yeah.
I think Trevor feels like Max might have hit something out of that
Check.
flop.
Check.
I'll bet don't go check this time.
Trevor will bet her.
Trevor bets.
He figures if
575.
if Max had a pair, he was betting.
Max
See?
calls.
Oh,
See, that's what I don't like that call. What are you beating? You know what I mean?
right.
What is actually ace jack beat there?
Yeah, unless he raises. Oh yeah.
Both players check.
Oh, Max checks. But I think that's kind of Max's style, though. He's been playing like that.
Oh yeah, he plays like that all the time.
Yeah.
I just we're gonna call that bet. You should bet the flop.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
And once he bets the turn, he's either got a pair or a bigger ace.
Right.
But moves Trevor Dack first.
Did somebody actually ask Lamar to watch, or was that just?
He did. He asked for his own.
Sometimes you can hear them because they get boisterous.
Yeah, it's just funny that Bobby woke up with queens in that position
Oh
again.
yeah. That's why the first thing out of my mind is, well, the last time Bobby had queens and Ed had a king high, he hit a 4 flush.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just hoping for a king at that point. I knew he had a pair, when he re-raised me. So.
Funny angle.
Rudy with sixes, Max with fives.
You better be just
Somebody's like,
playing.
can't use it. He just follows it. That's a 6 flash.
That's funny.
Nobody blinks an eye.
Funny.
Rob.
That's my kind of humor.
Rob takes
Max
the card.
calls.
Head hits the ground. I call. Game continues.
What is going on here?
Raise to 750.
Raised to 750 by Rudy.
Rudy raises.
8 minutes, 15 seconds left in the blinds.
I think if Max makes a re-raise here, he might take this down.
He just calls.
Max calls.
He's got nothing to lose tonight either. I don't know why he's playing so conservative.
Max Tack first.
He does at times, and then other times he just gets kind of crazy.
Oh,
Max checks.
they both got the flush draw, too.
That would be fantastic.
Rudy bets 1100. Max folds.
Max just seems to be calling away his stack.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he does that a lot.
He does.
Protesting the guitars from Slayer, protesting his.
Calls in spots where he just
The band with the fans carved the name Slayer into their skin.
Right, yeah.
last week he called for the reason.
What do you think they're gonna do to you?
Small ball.
Why do they not position?
Yeah.
In the night he folded in late position. Jack 10 or 9.
Robert Tack first.
Jack 10.
9 jack suited.
Yeah, something that,
And nobody was in the pot yet?
The guy from Slayer.
but I think there was a small raise, but
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
protested the funeral of.
you got position off the hand. That
Right.
makes it so different.
Slayer did or the church?
Bobby and Corey.
Queen, Corey,
Whatever,
ace
though.
9.
They're doing it for
Well, Corey ran a huge bluff on
And the
that.
church is.
Oh, did he? That one hand?
That one hand, Bobby thought he was
Yeah.
2-3.
Oh, yeah. He was bluffing, yeah.
They countersue. That's why you don't throw rocks. You throw rocks.
Bobby only had ace high, so.
500
Yeah.
straight.
Bobby raises to 500.
They have a plan though.
Corey lets the ace 9 go.
Takes it down.
Or something.
I was hoping he'd show
They're only one of them.
Yeah.
If there's anybody at the table, you should show a bluff like that to. It's Bobby.
Oh, yeah. Well, this isn't exactly how I wanted my night to go. Well, I made a move, and I really
First.
thought it was going to be good. And if he had anything less than ace king, he probably would have laid it down. Because if he had had ace queen or ace jack,
He very well could have, because
Yeah.
he was laying down some hands before that. Too.
yeah.
He had ace jack once or twice. He didn't even
Well
visit.
done.
He just chucked it in. It was no raises.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll change decks.
Moskowitz with an ace. Yeah, he'll fold. I don't play those weak aces out of position either. Especially when I'm short stacked. And maybe I could have got away with one or two of them.
Usually, if it's the first one I peek at when I'm short stacked, that's when I just shove with.
Well, yeah. Don't even look at the other one.
Corey
Sure.
raises to 600.
No, you can't have it.
Corey steals another one. Yeah.
Well, now he's got chips. He can play a little bit.
Well, that, right after that hand against you, he
Button.
Opened up his game. Oh yeah.
he was raising and re-raising.
First two cards.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he get jacks.
I thought like the
Yeah.
button could get the last two.
Well, the
Yeah,
last
it was a hand you raised, and then he re-raised you with jack 6.
I don't remember what I had that time.
I think you had
Oh, I remember that.
7-8 suited.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't have that hand anyway, so that's.
Right.
I had a feeling that's what he was doing. But the only thing I could have done there was push all in, hope he folds.
The
But
one hand I didn't understand is when you had like king 10 suited.
Rudy Dack first.
We have Paul with ace queen of diamonds here.
yeah, I
A
was
little bit.
I was starting to go brain dead at that point.
Raised to 600 by
I mean,
Paul
if you're gonna
Moskowitz.
call that much, you might as well just throw it all in. That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Let's see if Corey raises Paul here.
Ooh.
It would be interesting to raise if he does.
This is definitely a game where Paul can open up and, play a lot more hands than he typically does. I understand that money's
Corey
still on the
re-raises
line,
to
but
1600.
Corey did re-raise. I would love to see Paul just shove here.
Money's in, money's gotta stay.
Ace queen suited, big
He's
hand.
been playing against Corey enough. He should know.
I mean, they've been raked in. He would pull out his 2 cards. He hit 4
Even if he
straight.
shoves, then he's gonna have to think about it. I can't see I can't see Paul shoving here. He's probably putting him on a pair of jacks or something,
Paul's not done a whole lot here.
Yes, sir.
and a shove makes the rest of the hand so easy.
Yeah,
You don't have to make any choices.
Exactly.
you don't have to think and outthink yourself.
That's right. That's what I tried.
If you
But
if you
only
feel like you're ahead, put all your money in there.
No,
Or just call and fold when he bets the flop.
there it
I'll
is.
call.
Just like that.
Unless he hits his queen. Doesn't look like it.
Check.
There comes the
Paul, gonna let Corey take the hand. And then be mad at himself for it. Watch.
Raised to 1900 by Corey.
Or, as I said,
And Paul disgusted. Absolutely
yeah.
disgusted.
show him the ace jack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, show him the ace jack, Corey.
I thought about shoving, but no, I'm just practicing on the jack. Any pair, they'll call me because I have hardly any.
Yeah, see?
2 minutes,
Or-
40 seconds left in the blinds.
Or if he's got a pair, so what?
I have hardly any chips. I have no chance to win the overall chase the bracelet. So what I'm going to do is smooth call and then fold when you bet pre-flop. But post-flop.
I think somebody called that before it happens.
I mean, it's just a...
I heard that
it's
somewhere.
Sean Mark. Mark back first.
It's just a typical Paul Moskowitz play. It's disappointing at this point. I love Paul to death, but you have to be willing to change up your game to continue to be a winning player. You cannot play aces every single time.
Exactly.
Raised to 525 by Mark.
Absolutely, you can't let somebody run over you. You got to be able to stand up to people, even taking the worst of it sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at this game, Paul definitely seems to be under the bus,
Max call.
and it just keeps backing up.
Yeah, Robert's just waiting to shove his chips in there.
325 each, sir.
Rob's always waiting to just shove his
No,
chips.
I know. That's true.
2 players, Mark back first.
Ooh.
Peanut butter and crack sandwich.
Queen would have been very interesting there.
Yeah, exactly.
Sitting in the worms.
Mark's gonna bet at it.
Bet of
I don't know if you know this, Joe.
750
750 is the bet.
by Mark. Called by Max.
King here would pretty well seal it.
How about a club just to make it scary?
1 minute left.
Oh, ooh, a 3.
Oh, bet here
Extra
my
mark.
Mark would win it for sure now.
Both players check.
Oh, what the heck?
Max definitely having trouble with his right eye today.
Yeah, looks a
I
little.
think he's crying.
Could be allergies. I know mine been acting up.
Both players check.
Oh, they check it down? Wow.
Yeah, Mark.
Max takes
Mark
it down with
very
his
seldom
eye.
will fire more than one barrel.
Yeah.
He'll take one shot at it, and
We're going with this hand.
if he gets called, he usually shuts it down.
Backs down, yeah.
I believe after this hand, we're going to be on a roughly 15-minute break.
That's the thing I've used against him.
Bobby back first.
I'll flat him and see what he does in return. If he
Yeah.
checks, I bet.
Max has lunches.
Let's see if Trevor plays the 9-jack suited here.
I
Gotta
bet
live up-
Trevor raises the 9-jack suited.
9-jack,
Let's see.
9-jack suited is a hand I like to play.
Here it comes.
You don't see any.
Probably get no action.
Raise to 475
Predicted
by
again.
Trevor.
Trevor raised it. You very seldom see Trevor come limping into a pot.
Oh, yeah.
currently 475.
And I absolutely agree with this style. If you're going to be in the pot,
Everybody folds to
be
the
the
raise.
leader of that pot.
And looks like
And it's break time.